armor.
So in the morning, Michaela, you kind of pull yourself out of your trance, and you see
Nice.
you are entirely alone in an empty room with no children in it.
Cool. Is it like morning or like still the middle of the night?
Kind of give it a yawn, look out the window, and there's sunlight peeking in.
Oh, lit. I get out.
I'm putting my armor on immediately. 'Cause I'm in rags.
Connor, coming out of trance in your armor, which you can't do actually, so you come out of trance, then put your armor on. Kind of slump against this desk. You can hear the bath running in the room next to you. And you turn back and you see Sol and Mir just kind of passed out on this bed.
Did Cassandra sleep in here?
I mean, you tell me.
I would have been in whichever room she slept in, so probably in here, yeah.
She did sleep in that room and she's not there when you wake up.
Before I went to bed, I tied up Shrug, and I would have told him to clean up the bodies just like last time.
He comes back pretty quick because Granny has all the bodies seized.
Okay, so I would have just had him help her. So
Yeah, he would do that then.
There was a charred corpse in the bathroom.
Can I like
in the bathtub, yeah.
check any closets to see if there's like a nicer dress that'll fit me?
What a poor bastard.
Just for the
You know,
day.
there might still be dresses in one of the children's rooms
Yeah, can I check?
from way back when.
Absolutely. So at this point, you kind of pick yourself up, just kind of with a big, oh. And you see Mira.
Give her a kiss on the forehead.
Oh.
She's very much still tranced. We just give her a little,
Don't matter.
and you see Sugar Daddy.
Aw, give him a little kiss on the forehead.
Sol comes over to you, Connor, just gives you a little on the forehead as you sit
Can't
down.
reach.
I got acrobatics.
Hey, Soul. Roll for dress. That's 17.
16.
Alright. Here comes a Bardic. That's a 1.
Fuck yeah!
Oh my god.
Yeah! Alright, hey, Soul.
Sugar daddy.
Acquire dress for Mira? Question mark?
Nod.
And
Soul,
then
Soul's
I
nodding.
kind of motion.
Uh-huh.
There's a closet in here somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
I
can
kind of
help.
motion to the closet because I also want to find a dress for Cassandra because she's just got her. phone
Alright.
number.
I'm gonna search for some dress.
So Soul and I do that.
Make investigation checks.
Ooh, very gladly.
Let's
I would
go, baby.
love
I'm
to.
so fucking good at this.
Me too.
25.
Yeah, Mikhail, go ahead.
Let's go. 5.
Ooh, and that's 20.
Did I find one?
Find a fucking Cinderella gown.
Heh.
Okay, with a nat 20. What color you want?
Black. It's a funeral.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
That's a very good point.
Good call, Mick. I would have picked pink.
Mira gets a neon pink dress.
Dude, I wish. But I rolled
Look
a
for
5.
one for Mira while you're at it,
I
just
ro-
because that's the children's.
I rolled a 5, so I think I found a knapsack.
Yeah, because the 20 count for both.
No, that's not how 20s work.
Fair.
But is that how a natch works?
No.
Damn it.
Nah.
Why can't
think
I
a
make
natch
the
just
rules
means
of
it
D&D?
happens.
I think a natch just means Connor gets negative dresses.
Oh, sorry, con man.
Connor gives the
I got a
naked.
25.
Dude, you're gonna have to find one for Mira too, because I got a 5. Unless you want to give me insp.
I don't have. Oh wait, I have one, but I don't want to use it on that.
Yeah, that'd be a bad
If
idea.
I found a child's dress, wouldn't another child's dress be like next to it?
Soul, did you start recording again?
Yeah.
Baller. Michael, what did Soul find?
So what's the roll again? I'm sorry.
5.
Connor, what'd you roll?
25.
Can I take his 5 and make it a hatch?
I mean, can you do that?
Can I?
I mean, I would let him.
Yes.
May you.
Is that a power you have, Soul?
I believe it came with having no parents. I think that was one of the powers I got.
And then
Ooh,
also
yeah.
that one time when you rolled to win D&D and you did it.
Yeah, I'm also the champion and winner of D&D.
So Connor, you don't find one for Cassandra.
I don't. None of Zalcore's old stuff. Didn't you
Zalcore
say maybe in like the guest room there was more? You said there was dresses in the guest room.
Can I make a dress out of flowers and leaves?
Well, are you giving Soul your number or not?
I mean, I'll keep it if that's the deciding factor. With a 20? Is the
No.
20 the cutoff between 20 and 25?
Mira could probably take my dress.
No,
It's nicer than what she has on.
So Michaela, looting around, nothing in here has a dress. As you go marching around upstairs, you go back into that oh no bad room.
Uh-oh.
Um,
I'm not gonna
and then you
take
think
much
better of
out.
it.
Yeah.
And you go into the children's room where Karna and Jovi are sleeping, and you see Ben, Silver Ben, is up, kind of scrawling away at papers and books as Seth kind of puts himself together.
Morning.
Strolling past them, or yep, you say morning to them.
Don't mind me. Oh.
There he is.
Michaela, you pull yourself into here. See there's a little bathroom, and you open another closet door to find a shit ton of dresses all up on racks.
Beautiful. Grab one for me and Mira. Oh, what the fuck? There's two of me.
Michaela, you know what I'm talking about? Was the dress blue or gold?
Oh,
Like,
it was
like
blue.
the dress, like the thing?
It was blue. Blue and
Okay.
black. Why?
I just want to know. Connor, you do find a dress. Actually, in this room, in the master bedroom, a very, very beautiful black and gold Rundelmere dress.
Okay, cool.
That shit's pretty colors.
You also, with the 25, you find a bunch of like jewelry, like a bunch of like a little necklace, a bunch of like earrings, tons of shit.
Well, hey, okay.
Soul,
What's up?
you find that Gun dropped another feather.
Oh, I'm gonna put it in Mira's hair.
Going over to Mira, put a feather in her hair.
Yeah, pretty. I don't know
What
pretty
color
though.
is gun?
Blue.
Blue.
Nice.
Hey, so pretty.
Yes, please.
15.
I need this one.
4.
4.
Connor, you also find a bunch of clothes. Or no, Michaela,
Yes.
you find a dress from here. You also find what looks to be rather dashing child's clothes.
Connor, can you try to teach me other adjectives?
Child's like for a boy or a girl?
Beautiful.
They look like for like a young lordling little boy.
14.
Nice.
7.
Soul, I got
Oh.
clothes.
Let's go. Clothes?
Do you not know clothes?
Clothes?
Soul, clothes.
7.
Okay.
7.
Soul, gorgeous.
2.
16. Okay, well,
my
this isn't
God.
going well at all.
God. I just want to tell Mira she looks good.
Wait, it's a new day.
Oh?
Okay, I got a 19 and a 17,
I'll keep those in mind.
which honestly, kind of a waste for a funeral day.
Maybe you'll need them.
It's a day DM'd by Michael.
Maybe the Zentarum show back
There's
up.
enough
During
time.
the
know what?
fucking
Won't
funeral?
even surprise anyone.
No.
You're right.
Not at all.
If this funeral gets like trashed, would not be surprised in the slightest.
If this funeral gets trashed and we legit just can't have nice things in D&D, then I'm gonna go ahead and quit. That'll be it. This is this is the one nice thing that we've wanted to have for such a long time.
What about you?
Michaela, but you walk in with a lovely little blue dress and a rather dashing set of clothes for a young boy.
Connor.
Nice.
Michaela,
I can't see anything.
you look beautiful, Michaela.
Connor.
I
Yes.
can't see.
What about Q?
Cute.
Oh,
I got 18.
16.
There it is.
Michaela,
Ah.
I'm so sorry. I made that token that I made for you a token for the mannequin and not
Two.
for yourself.
Someone guidance my ass.
I got a 2 on Bardic.
Ah, that's so cool.
Dude, that does it.
What'd you roll?
18.
Nice.
Oh, I rolled 16. Okay, that does it. Okay, cool.
Hey, so
Alright.
Mira.
I can trust. So wait, are you presenting clothes to Soul?
Soul decoration.
No.
What? Gentleman decoration.
Nice, Michaela.
No.
Soul,
Soul no gentleman. Soul hero. Soul divine hero.
Soul, listen.
I,
Hero?
I start
Michaela.
putting on my armor.
Both? Can't have both. Does that's not
Miramazo
it.
turns to you and says, "So it'll be fun."
Soul, be gentleman for Ben and Zach.
Soul gentleman for Mira. And,
Gentleman
and
for
Ben
Mira.
and Zach.
And Ben and Zach. Please, decoration for Ben, Zach, and Sugar
Gentleman
Daddy,
decoration.
and Mira.
Do you know what important?
He doesn't know important.
Try pretty
Aw.
good though. You wanna try it?
I tried it yesterday, but let's try important again. 2.
I got a 2.
Hey!
Fuck yeah.
Soul decoration important for Ben, Zach, and Mira. Become gentlemen.
Soul will start putting it on, but he's pouting.
That's fine.
Soul
for
gentleman
crafting gear.
transgression.
Thank you, Soul. Do you know thank you?
I know. Thank.
Thanks, Soul.
Thank. Big thank.
Big thank. Nomad.
Nomad.
Ham
No,
dust.
Soul.
Nomad. Soul gentleman.
Soul gentleman.
See what I did? Soul gentleman.
He's all dressed up nice.
At this point, you see Mira just takes off, like her little, like, just sack dress.
Oh yeah, I'll like put my arms out and cover her.
Oh, Soul, tell her to go behind, this.
Here,
Here.
Mira.
Tell her to go behind that.
Let's go over here.
Mira,
She's
follow.
like, she's like entirely naked, Michaela. You just like push her and wheel her.
Let's go this
just,
way.
like, behind the screen.
Like puff up my dress.
Just kind of avert.
This is Soul's time to
Now you
shine
can
when she
change.
comes out.
Aww. That's so cute.
So do you get changed?
Yeah. Yo! I look rad as hell.
Dapper as fuck. Oh,
Mira, you look like a
baby.
princess.
She kind of smiles and blushes. Do you think Soul will like it?
Oh, definitely.
Ho ho ho!
Oh. Oh.
You guys are gonna
Seth,
look like
at this
the king
point,
queen.
you stride out, looking fine as usual.
I always
Yes,
look my best,
sir, yes,
even on the
sir.
battlefield.
Silver, all you really got is your robes.
Hey, Silver, if you want to, there's a lot of nobles' clothes in here if you want to change into something.
I mean, if everyone else is, I'll go ahead and do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of nobles' clothes. I can get you some.
Get to play dress up before we just like cry for an hour.
Alright, yeah.
I fetch
I'll grab some
Silver
of those.
some clothes for the funeral.
Oh, and it matches the feather. That's so cute.
Nomad, what are you doing during this time?
Pouting.
Being a little bitch. Hey, bitch boy, crying about
Nomad.
Cassandra. Cassandra was mean.
I'll try and clean up too. Clean up
Sorry.
any blood off my robes.
Oh my god.
Oh man, you know it'd be a mean prank.
What?
Nomad isn't technically a native of this plane. He's a native of Mechanus.
Yeah.
I could banish him at any time and send him back.
Wow. Wow.
But you won't.
I won't.
If you do that, I'll banish you.
I mean, not during the funeral. Dude, what if you banished him while he was talking to Cassandra?
Seth,
Honestly, that'd be
remember, you gotta pick your spells now.
Yeah.
that'd be a pro
Yeah.
gamer move.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Fucking V.
Does Soul have a favorite color?
I
Brown.
don't Oh,
I don't know
yeah,
what
no.
color is actually.
He's about to have a favorite
Do
color.
you not understand the concept of
No.
differing shades?
Color. 18.
16.
Brown.
2 with the guidance.
Hey!
And there's color.
Soul
That's
just
both a verb
has
and
a seizure from all the new colors he sees
What?
now.
What color are Soul's
Was
eyes?
he seeing everything in black and white?
Yeah, he saw everything in black and white, so now he's having an epileptic seizure.
So
Oh,
it's
it's
just
like
a
a
fucking
dog.
dog. He's a dog.
He's a dog who just unlocked secrets of seeing color. He's fucking tripping out like he's on LSD. He's got like this
Wait,
rainbow flashes in his eyes. He starts drooling and spinning.
why have I never thought of making Soul colorblind?
And not
Well,
just like
You were
regular
until now.
colorblind.
Yeah, okay, so I've been
Oh,
colorblind
oh.
this whole time until right now.
You're about to have a favorite color.
Aw, that's so sweet. You didn't know it was purple.
Does color like encompass like all of the different like?
No, he just
shades, or
he
just the
fully
concept?
understands the concept of color, but does not know any color.
Okay. So if I put a color wheel in front of him, he could like still. He couldn't name the color, but he could point out.
Yes,
which
no.
one's
If you
favorite.
name the colors, then he knows all of them.
That's what I mean. Like.
But like, if you put a color wheel in front of me, to me that's just color.
That is all color.
It's all color.
So
It's
as you're
many
all
colors.
dappered up, you see Michaela kind of come up behind the changing screen, and so does Mira
Oh,
Mizo.
nice.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Right?
Soul's gonna run up to Mira.
Uh,
Sprint.
Her eyes also go a little wide as she sees you in this very fine outfit. Seth, you're already in your finest.
Mira!
I
Rose.
always come prepared.
Mira cute!
She matches gun.
Cute.
Can I say cute in her language?
She blushes.
Aww.
Yeah! So, Soul says, Soul love dress in her language.
Thank you. She kind of blushes a little bit.
Oh. Oh.
So, nice one.
Mira Soul's princess.
What color are Soul's eyes?
I think
They're brown.
Brown?
Their color.
Brown.
He only sees in brown before.
Their color.
Yeah, he wasn't even black and white. It was just shades of brown. It was just sepia all around.
Super sepia tone.
Oh,
Oh, is it sepia? I'm a fucking
shit
idiot.
world.
Well, how it's not even like
World.
actual colorblind, where they can see like kind of color. It's just brown.
So who
Brown.
else is there? There's still
There's
Karna,
still bodies
who-
out on the porch.
those got cleaned up by Granny.
Those are cleaned up by
and,
Shrug.
Shrug.
Oh, you
Almost
see
said
Silver
Shrug.
also comes into the room, looking pretty dapper.
Oh,
Wow.
He looks like a founding father.
He does indeed. You cleaned up very nicely.
Yeah, I am. You have no idea how fucking dapper I am.
Ben, it's occurred to me I've never seen you in like a tuxedo in real life.
I bet you'd look hot as hell.
Well, just look at this.
Not for PMO.
That sums it up.
I hope
Dude,
that the
after
first
the
time I see you in a
funeral-
tuxedo, you're wearing an ascot.
Yeah, dude, me too. I hope it's. I'm literally going to cosplay as this. Verthrum.
Also Calvin is not here, but Calvin also comes in wearing his nobles clothes that Seth got him.
I would find something for Karna
He
in
looks
the
like
house
the
for
beast.
sure.
Also, after the funeral, I'm making myself like a 12-inch pair of heels.
Oh.
Bruh.
I just realized that I could wear like heels here and be tall. Maybe as tall as Seth.
There might be heels in here.
Nice.
Could be.
are you sure you wouldn't have trouble walking on foot tall?
No,
She's
I did
quite
ballet. I'll be
nimble.
fine. I walked on point shoes. I'm good.
Yeah, don't forget, Michaela's legit a ballerina, so.
Was.
Nah, you're still a ballerina. It's like riding a bike, you don't forget.
Your muscles do.
Well, that's on them though.
I get some noble clothes for Karna.
So all you can really find for Karna are very much like the vampire clothes that Kevin wears.
In that case, I can give him the outfit that of my mayor's clothes.
Okay, that's it.
Are we about the same height? Is he taller than me?
He's 7 feet tall.
Oh, he's even got the feather in it that I put in. In her
That's so
hair.
sweet.
Good thing I
Connor,
matched
did
the
you
dress
hold back your
color.
hit points?
Is Michael or is Zach
Yeah,
leaving?
Zach's gotta take off.
Guys,
It is.
I'm gonna miss
It is.
Your
It is.
own
It is
funeral.
recorded. So I think he'll be fine.
That's so sad though.
I'll have it up as
I-
soon as I can.
For Ben, then.
Okay. Anybody who's got very nice things to say about Zach's character, make sure you do so then.
I don't think I was hardly in a group with him. When I was like on vacation and shit.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Also, like, I hate the occasion, but I love just all of us dressing up.
Yeah,
I
this is
always
cool.
dress up.
I really like this.
This is so sweet.
This is technically my battlefield dress.
So I we should get you some, like, to broaden your horizons.
These are like the nicest.
No,
clothes you can
Seth
buy.
has such fine clothes.
I mean, I guess that's fair. You're not really, like, getting in the...
Wears it everywhere.
He has clothes that mend themselves whenever he does get like scorched or slashed. He can wear his
True.
armor under them because he has mithril armor, so it's thin enough that he can do that.
I did not realize Seth was just dressed like to the nines all the time.
Oh, yeah,
Literally
no,
all the time.
I am constantly wearing like the nicest noble clothes you can
Dude.
have.
You and Vlad in the tomb. Just so
What a
snazzy.
move. That's incredible.
Yeah, honestly, it's a power. I bought these before the Tiamat fight.
No, it was
I was like,
after.
if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die looking fucking nice.
I thought it was after.
No, it was before.
Bro, remember when that bitch killed me?
Count Karna.
Oh, there he is. Holy shit. Yeah, baby. Count Karna.
Oh my god.
I would
Oh
go
my.
at some point to tell Granny to alert the townspeople that later today we
You
will be
find the
having a
house
funeral.
entirely deserted.
Oh, she's probably out and about then.
Oh.
Is Barris around?
You gotta do some house searching. As you walk out of this hallway, you hear some light humming come from the bathroom.
I step over the dead body.
Oh yeah, there's Parker too. He'd have stuff to say about Ben.
Hey, yeah, dude, is Parker all dressed up?
If by all dressed up you mean like in a t-shirt and flannel, then yes. He's got his Purdue blanket.
Yeah.
But Connor, you head downstairs, kind of through the foyer and into the dining room, where you see Da, Cinderhild, and Barris. You see Cinderhild can't really sit at any of the seats, so she's kind of like either has made or has found a little like carpeted area, a bunch of like silverware set out. She and Barris are kind of sitting down cross-legged, eating a little breakfast.
Oh.
As Dawes kind of sits at the table, rearranging the silverware to be more orderly.
Hey, Barris. Hey, Barris.
Virus.
Good morning. Hey, Mr. Connor. Kind of pulling stuff
Morning,
up.
Barris.
It's more dude.
Later today, like first thing this evening after like supper time, we're gonna be having a funeral for Zach and Ben. I was wondering if you would be able to go around town and alert the townspeople that when they hear the bell, that we're going to be gathering for the funeral.
In Warrington.
Granny was under the impression the funeral was gonna happen like first thing today.
Well, then that's perfectly fine. Do you know if everybody knows yet?
He nods.
Okay, well in that case, they'll just be listening for the bell. So, put on the nicest things you have, and I'll see you in just a little bit.
Hey, Michael.
Real quick. Would that be my armor? I mean, these are nice, but they're kind of loose. And he kind of like holds up his little like Berengan little sort of like fabrics.
You know what?
Is lobster dress?
Your armor is just fine.
I want to
But
get him.
do whatever you think is best. If you need help, ask Da.
Dot shoots him a wink.
I'll go back.
Okay. Brady, what are you gonna ask?
Can I get like? Can I look around to see if I can get like lobster, like a tiny tie or something?
You find a little one of the like the little cravats or whatever it is, like the little necktie thing.
I wanna put it on him.
Animal handling check.
Lobster was a G during that fight, opening that trunk and tossing me my sword.
Lobster saved your ass.
I need to use him more. Ooh, I think I got a 19.
Oh,
No,
fuck
I
yeah.
got
You
it.
come over.
I got a dirty natch.
You give him a little, kind of like set it on his neck.
Heck
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
dude, lobster looking fine.
Lobster looking fine.
Connor, head back upstairs.
Yep.
As you do, you do pass, or I guess that would have been taken by Shrug. You see, coming out of the bathroom is Cassandra.
To which I present the
Get
dress
her!
and the jewelry. I say, today
Silver
we're having the
counter
funeral
spells
for Ben
Cassandra.
and Zach.
She nods, kind of heads back into the bathroom to throw it on. And she steps back out, and all of you are pretty much gathered as you need to be.
Alright, well, I guess let's get to it then.
Head
Funeral in the
downstairs.
bedroom. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go to the square. Or I guess to the graveyard that we have. Well, we'd probably gather first in the square because that's where the bell is, right?
Yep, it's by the gallows.
Right, great.
We have
Lead the way.
gallows.
Gladly.
Just letting you all know, Hollywood Undead just dropped a new song. Give it a
Yo,
listen
really?
later.
What's
Yeah,
it called?
Let me check. I don't know what the actual. It came out like an actual hour ago, but it features Tech 9. It's called Idol. Haven't listened to it, but I heard it's really fucking good. That's what I'm doing as soon as this is over. Also, I'll be uploading. I want to get the funeral up by tonight.
Oh shit, you're gonna be up for a while.
Yeah, I'll be up for a while.
Yikes.
I'm probably gonna finish
Alright,
Halo
I just
2 tonight
added
on
it.
Legendary, so I can stay up with you if you want, Brendan.
Bro, freaking Tuesday night I was up till 6.
Oh,
That was
Chaz.
the worst.
I've been up till 5 every single night.
Yeah, I've been
Bruh.
staying up like stupid late pretty much every night this week.
Buddy.
Because I'm a
That
mega
was me.
dumbass.
Towards the start of quarantine.
Yeah, school has just flipped my schedule upside down. School and
Yeah.
D&D.
Yeah. Yeah, it's rough.
You all head out of the town, or out of the mansion into
Oh,
the
Cassandra
town.
looks great.
Yo, Cassandra looks bad as fuck.
You should tell her that,
Um,
Con Man.
Still one arm kind of tucked away in her dress. You guys all kind of file out where basically most of the town is gathered.
Oh wow, everybody's here.
Oh, I absolutely tell Cassandra. She looks fantastic.
Oh, I don't know.
Harlow. Carlos gotta give a speech.
Oh, holy shit! Everyone is there.
Yep.
That's so many people.
Oh man.
That's so many people.
You
The
two
kids
have
are
drawn
in
quite a
Astrid.
crowd.
Yeah.
I like how
Wow.
even fucking Pick is here.
I'm glad that he's here.
Yes, Mad. And Tina.
Seth, you have Zach's body, right?
Yep.
Would you mind giving that to me, just so I can prepare it?
Yeah, do you want to like come with me to do that so I don't dump it out in front of everybody?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that this would probably be a thing that
That'd
was
be a
taken
little
care of earlier.
humiliating.
I made
Yeah,
sure
here.
to commission the coffins to be prepared, so I think
It
that
looks like
I would have-
James might be doing some stuff, digging a couple graves maybe. So maybe we could help him with that.
So this probably isn't important, but did we ever hear from Pierre and Presto?
Nope.
I'm sure they're fine.
I'm sure they're fine, but we.
So the bottom of the ocean, you guys know. No, Matt, you see that 2 graves have been dug. James is just in the graveyard staring at them.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Where's the graveyard?
Can I slowly approach him?
Oh.
Can make a whip to the fence. You see the 2 graves dug. One reads Zach Ramey, the other reads Ben Kriebel. And you see just like kind of like a soft wind blows like his little acolyte robes as James just stares down into kind of like the gap between the 2 of them. He doesn't seem to like hear you approach.
Oh yeah, sorry. James. Good morning. Thank you for preparing the burial site. It's a lot of hard work off of our backs.
He kind of turns to look back at you. And he nods kind of solemnly. Seth, you can clearly see that he doesn't have any mud on him at all. Or like a shovel.
Oh.
Can I make an insight check on the lad?
Go ahead.
Okay. What's my insight? I think it's like +5. No, it's +6. So that's an 18.
This boy is just kind of giving you like a vacant, like 1,000-yard stare. This kid's like 13. He's got a little ginger bowl cut and a big pair of glasses and freckles.
I think he's been there the whole time.
And you see he kind of like looks at Novak, kind of nods at his comment, kind of looks at you as you like kind of stare at him. And he just looks back down at the graves and doesn't really engage.
Was he close with either of them?
Is he staring at Zach and Ben's grave?
No, he's not. He's kind of staring at like both of them, but kind of like in the gap between them, not really like focusing on either one, just kind of like looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly just looking like down into the pit, not really like at the tombstone. Connor, to your knowledge, James never met Ben or Zach.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's just been sitting there since we've gotten back.
For why?
Because he's fucked up.
Yeah.
Seen some real shit.
Does he have friends here?
Oh shit! Is James is the kid we rescued from the
Yeah.
Shadowfell, right?
Shadowfell,
I
yeah, that's
completely
him.
forgot about that.
That's
oh
him.
my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should tell him to. You should tell him to come.
He met Ben once then, didn't he? Isn't he the kid that Ben ran into in the Shadowfell?
Yeah.
That's right. He did know Ben.
Oh shit.
Oh, the poor kid. He has been through way too much.
Why was he there? Like in the Shadowfell.
I'm not sure. Connor would know why he somehow ended up there.
I don't even.
A couple people from the
know why.
Beacon went into Shadowfell to find out what the fuck was going on.
I
It
don't
was on,
think
it was on,
so.
it was on accident.
Yeah.
Was it on accident? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he
That
just
his
got
superior
left
died and
behind.
he was in a prison.
I'm gonna walk up to him, like put a hand on his shoulder. I think
He doesn't really react much. Like he lets you do it. It doesn't seem very uncomfortable when you do. Like he seems fine. But he just kind of keeps staring as you do.
the ceremony is about to begin. It'd be great if you could join us.
Kind of looks up at you. Why do we bury corpses?
It's part of the natural process of death. In life, we take from, we don't call it Earth. What would you call it?
Ord.
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 O-R-D. Ord.
And in death, we give ourselves back.
But the dead. They can move and walk and talk.
Did you say the undead? Sorry, I missed that.
He said the dead.
Just the dead?
Mm-hmm.
It is quite a frightening sight. That's why we must bury them, is to prevent them from those evil people who wish to corrupt the souls of the truly hearted.
But they're just stuck down there.
This kid's depressing.
This kid's depressed.
I know.
He's got like terrible.
I hate it.
Do
I want to
I-
help him so
I can't
badly.
hear anything, right?
You can hear some things, hopefully. You got big
Or
ears.
like it's things they're talking about.
You would notice Nomad and Seth going up. You kind of peer around the edge of the house and see this going on.
Yeah.
James looks at you, Nomad, and says, "When bodies can do all those things, what makes them more dead than us?"
Oh man. That's deep. That's deep, kid.
Yeah, hashtag deep, there's little peace signs.
I'm gonna go check on Seth and Nomad, see what they're doing. Oh my god, not there.
It's not just our bodies, but our soul as well. Our bodies might just be something that rots away and we never see again. But our souls go on to the afterlife. That's where good people, like you and me, are judged for our good deeds, and those who wish to seek evil in the world are judged harshly.
Kind of in the middle of when you're talking, he kind of like turns back down towards the pit as Mikhail kind of walks up,
Mhm.
and he says, "Do you think they buried it when it died?"
Buried. What exactly?
The child. He turns
Oh,
back
is
to you.
he? Is he? He's talking about
fucking
the.
troll.
Oh, not really. That child was not. He wasn't human, like you, or not human.
He interrupts you,
Humanoid.
and he says, "I felt it happen."
You could feel his evil curse lifting off upon you.
It was like losing a brother. But there were no memories there.
There's so much that happened in the Shadowfell that we don't know about.
This is really rough.
This is hard.
I want to like unpack all this shit with this kid, but I also just want to have the funeral.
Yeah.
We can get him through some counseling. After
Yeah,
this
I wanna
happens, we
fucking
can get
help.
him through some
Mhm.
counseling. We can
I
help
was
him.
still a psych major back then.
Oh man, I don't know how to respond to that. If he feels like the baby was a brother to him.
I was pretty sad. Did the Atropo have its own soul?
Technically, yes, it is
It
a.
did, okay.
It was a failed god.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was an aborted god.
Specifically,
Yeah.
yes. It
Okay.
two gods did the deed, and then one felt like they didn't want it,
Mhm.
and they got rid of it, so to speak. They cast it adrift in the astral plane.
Well, if it okay, yeah.
Somewhere along the line, our good old friend Serac picked him up, and
How
Rest
the
is
hell did
history.
this kid
you know how that song and dance
get
ended.
connected to him though?
Well, James was present. He was very close to it, actually. He was in the same castle when it was in the Shadowfell,
Okay.
and he was probably trapped next to it for a very long time,
Mhm.
which could explain some sort of odd connection.
Hmm.
Just far enough away to not be harmed by it, but just close enough to be mentally scarred by it.
That makes sense.
Nomad, you know that everyone else who's in that castle with him was dead.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, no, I thought there was the one lady who worked on this whole one.
That's right. The Voltania, she was alive too.
She was there, but like, she was in a different cell. So
She's
Why
in a whole
did
other
he
part of
not
the
die?
castle. What are the rest of you doing at this time?
Just kind of waiting for everybody to reconvene before we go address everybody, I suppose.
Mhm. Seth, if you give me Zach's body, I'll like mummify it, I guess, or do my best to.
Right.
So Connor, Granny kind of comes forward, followed by Eric Kendall. And she says, everybody's just kind of milling around right now, but we're ready when you are. She kind of motions over to like Michaela, Seth, and Nomad. We're all over there. And then
the coffins prepared, Eric.
Yep. Both of them.
Where are they at?
He kind of motions over to this area over here, and he says, "I don't know if you wanted to have pallbearers or just put them in later."
Sorry, where did he say that they were?
He motions over all the way over here.
Where's the? Let's see. We can carry them both.
Kind of nods.
Nomad, as soon as I don't know if you'd be doing Zach's body just now or if we would have done that earlier.
I'd probably prepare it right now, so
Then
we can.
have it in the coffin.
Yeah.
So we can have.
Do
the
we have
coffins there.
coffins ready?
I bought 2, yeah.
Okay. Are we gonna lower Ben's coffin, even though we don't have his body?
We can have both of the coffins there while we speak, and then we'll carry them to the graves.
Even if we don't have his body, we can. If we have items that we can put in there for him.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
All right, so this process plays out. You kind of leave James's side, Nomad. Go off with Seth a bit, kind of dump out Zach's corpse. It's a smelly thing.
Oh yeah.
As this decayed, rotted skeleton goes tumbling out. The bones are not connected anymore. So just this pile of rotted armor just has bones spilling out of it as you just dump it out of the bag. You see that on the skull, some bits of hair are still clinging to it, as like bits of flesh here and there are still stuck on.
Mm-hmm. I have like a small vial of incense.
You see that on the right side of the face, basically on the right side of his face, you see that his cheekbone down, there's just no skull.
That's
So
from when he
there's
got hit
no
with paste.
lower jaw, no cheekbone on the right side, just a break in the face. You see his glasses are still kind of like cracked, perched on the skull. And the armor just kind of lays out disconfigured, not in any really like humanoid shape anymore, just the bones just kind of like everywhere.
Mhm. But could I do my best to? I have 1 vial of incense and 3 vials of holy water.
Do you
Basically-
actually want to cast the ceremony spell?
I do. I will also do that.
Go and mark off 25 gold, whoever pays for it.
I'll pay for it.
You sort of start with like these linen wraps kind of going down, trying to bandage up the body as best you can. The armor can help if you want to bury him in his armor.
Sure, why not?
You kind of bring the Dalmir plate together, kind of like fasten it back together as the bones kind of go in, wrap it up into like one solid kind of mummified bit, throw sort of like a burial shroud over it as you kind of take the incense sets or start lighting it like one of those, the burners, whatever they're called, I forget.
Sensors.
Sensors, that's right. Kind of just swinging back and forth. As Nomad kind of sprinkles this bit of powdered silver and the holy water over the body. Kind of invoking Melora, kind of like sprinkling out in the little swirl symbol. Michaela, do you want to help in this, or are you just kind of going to go back by everybody else?
Yeah, sure. I was gonna say something to James real quick, but I can do that after.
Yeah, you can just talk to James while they're doing
But
this.
I'm just gonna tell him, hey, we'd really appreciate it if you came to the ceremony. I think it could answer a lot of your questions, but if not, You can always come talk to any of us about anything you want.
Make a disadvantage charisma check for me, Michaela.
Oof. Ooh. That's a 15 and a 17. So 15 plus charisma?
Mhm.
Where's charisma? 19.
He kind of nods along, looks up at you, which isn't very up because you're pretty short. Nods a little bit, and he just kind of like walks over the fence, and then he kind of goes over next to Seth, and just watches them wrap up and prepare Zach's body.
Hey, that's something.
Do
yeah, I'm a help.
Do they normally bury people with glasses on? Like, is that something?
No.
Especially if they're a
No.
skeleton.
Yeah, that usually doesn't happen.
No, glasses are off.
I'll take those. I'll hold on to those actually.
Has anyone seen the movie My Girl?
I don't think
Granny
so.
Granny kind of motions to the group at large and says, "If you want, we can." She motions to where the coffins currently are.
Yeah, bring Zax over to Nomad if you would.
And she points to Ben.
His can just stay empty for the time being.
She nods. The two of them kind of depart, and she kind of snaps at Hampton and Dumag and Olmir. And then Eric kind of calls to his son, Aiden, and they kind of all go over to the little carpentry shop and start kind of picking up and carrying the coffins. Nomad, brought over to you is this long wooden box that has written across the front the word Hunter in sort of like all caps, with these sort of like two griffin emblems sort of emblazoned around it. It's like all these like decorative blue swirls and curly cues kind of emblazoned along the box.
Mm-hmm.
Eric kind of like motions and they kind of lay it down in front of the bodies as prepared.
Thank you for your assistance. We're almost done here, I think, and then we'll put his body into the casket.
The other one's just empty, says Eric Kendall. We can... I don't know if you want to put something in it.
We'll figure something out.
Kind of nods. We'll bring it over anyways.
Thank you.
They go back. They come back with, again, a similarly big sort of long wooden box that has emblazoned upon it the symbol of Bahamut. This sort of like dragon-like head with a shield around it. And you see that in all caps across the top is the word Drobul. Sort of like these two dragon-like serpents sort of writhing around the word, both kind of shouting out these little, like showers of icicles. And a little snowflake above the name as they kind of go and bring it down on the ground as well. And then they kind of like respectfully kind of like bow, and they go just kind of walk away.
Seth and Michaela, should we bring the coffins like to the front, or should we wait and just bury them?
I'm gonna go over to where the coffins are, and inside of Ben's, I'm gonna put a longsword and a dragon claw inside of it, as well as a music box.
sort of neatly arrange them. Kind of lay the longsword all the way along like a bed. Kind of put the dragon claw on top of it. Place the music box like kind of along the blade, just like in like the cushioned interior. Calvin kind of comes up behind you.
Did we keep the pot that we carried the tree in?
No, that'd be gone.
Okay.
You see Calvin takes out a lighter, like a little tinder box. He puts it in the coffin.
I think we should bring the coffins to the front. Then, when we're done with the ceremony, we have the procession to their graves.
At this point, the samurai kind of like takes off, kind of like slinks, like into the crowd. Jovi kind of turns to you, Silver. She says, I don't know how this must be for you, but do you want to go? Then she kind of points to the coffins. Not really sure how to ask a question.
I think I would. Yeah, I'm gonna start heading over there.
All right, she nods and she'll kind of follow behind you.
In Ben's, I'll put a thing of alchemist's fire that I've been holding on to.
For the frost giant thing.
Yeah.
In Ben's, I'm gonna put about 500 gold's worth of gems, and then just 500 gold in there as well.
All right.
In Zach's, I want to put all the arrows of his that he had.
Silver arrows, the dwarven arrows, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm doing mine once they're buried.
Connor, Cassandra kind of comes up behind you. Kind of putting like her one good hand on your back. Kind of gives like a little rub. She kind of looks into both of the coffins.
Can Soamir come up?
Absolutely. So it's nothing you want to put in either coffin.
Put in it. Give me a moment. Actually, with Ben, I want to place the Wand of Winter with him.
All right. This little white one with the blue gemstone at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Place it in there.
In Zach's, I'm gonna put 1,000 gold's worth of just like some of the solid gold stuff we found in Tomb, some of the gems that I found.
All right.
Actually, in Ben's, I'm gonna put in a vial of dragon blood, and in Zach's, a pipe.
Awesome.
Ben's got quite the hoard for a dragon.
Definitely fit for a dragon.
Don't say it too loud, says Jovi. Those kobolds might come wanting it. And you see Jovi produces this very strange looking black ritual knife. It's got like this zigzag pattern in the blade with like this crescent moon like pommel. She kind of looks at it, and she puts it in Ben's coffin. She kind of puts a hand on Silver's shoulder. Doesn't say anything else.
I'm gonna put Zach's bow in his coffin as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Take out Vixen. Lay it in the coffin.
Is Felix here?
Yes.
Alice has got her little ball.
We can
Check
ask
outside.
Calvin later, but I don't know if Calvin wanted to put anything in here as well.
I'm sure that he's probably got stuff he wants to put in.
It can be like retroactively put in.
I don't even know how she got that fucking thing up here.
You see Felix flying around overhead. If any of you wants to call him down, you can.
Oh, absolutely.
Kind of soars
And-
down with this big like of his wings.
I'll kind of extend a hand to him and beckon him over towards Zach's coffin.
He doesn't seem to pay you any mind as he walks past all of you, kind of parting his way through the crowd, going straight
Fair.
to where Zach's body is. He kind of brings his head down and kind of like rubs his sort of like feathered mane along sort of like the ridge of the coffin next to where Zach's wrapped up body is.
That's really fucking sad.
And he sort of like ruffles his wings to like put them closed at his sides. And he kind of just sits down next to it and just kind of looks at the wrapped up head at the top.
Does Felix have any loose feathers?
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that.
A couple of them kind of drop as he just flew down.
Yeah, let's pick those up. Put those in with him.
At that point, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. James sort of staggers back. As you guys kind of flip the lids closed, Felix kind of like backs up a bit, kind of like apprehensive, kind of like sniffing around and like poking around at the coffin that has Zach's body in it. And as you guys kind of move it, he kind of just like walks alongside, never really taking his eyes off of it. As you guys all kind of like just make your motion to kind of put it up in front of everybody, like in a display.
How many people is it gonna take for each of the coffins to be carried?
Just for convenience, sake, probably 4 for each.
Alright.
Can I help with Ben's?
I'll help carry Zach's.
I'll help carry Zach's.
Be kind of weird if Silver carried Ben's. Calvin will help carry Ben's.
I'll help carry Ben's.
Seth, no man.
I probably wouldn't be much help. I have a -3 to
It'd be
It's
very
not
hard
much to
for-
carry a coffin.
I could help, but I also have one leg, so
You guys hear footsteps kind of approaching, and you see Oliver, one of the
Good
original
man.
boys from Haverford, kind of comes up and says, "I don't want to overstep myself, but," he kind of motions to Ben's coffin.
We'd be happy if you helped.
Kind of gives like a somber little nod, kind of moves over to help aside Calvin.
Can we have Alan help carry Zach's?
Yeah, I'll come over.
I suppose I'll take up this corner then.
Alright.
I carried him for a month. I can at least carry him to the hole.
Damn fucking straight.
You guys gonna come, put them in front of the gallows where the big podium is.
Just kind of send down in front of there.
Granny kind of comes back forward out to Nomad, and she says, "The people kind of, I know Connor can sometimes speak for a lot of these people. They know him best, but you're the priest and you're in charge." She kind of motions with a hand to the stage. She says, "I know you got the cane, but if you need a hand."
I'd greatly appreciate it.
Granny kind of like takes your arm, and she helps you kind of shuffle your way up like this onto the little wooden deck of the gallows. There's no nooses or anything.
Yeah, because
but
of
there's
it hitting
still,
down.
Imagine.
there's still the wooden frame and like the metal sort of like facets for where one's would go. And there's a little wooden podium kind of out in front of it that kind of just addresses everybody. It's kind of raised up a little bit. Granny kind of goes up with you and just kind of like stands back.
There's a
Kinda
bell here, right?
Yes. It's not like a big old honking bell.
Yeah, it's just like a...
It's big enough that there's a rope at the bottom to like pull and
Mhm.
ring it.
But I'll go ahead and ring that. Try and get everybody
Most people already
circled
kind of
around.
quieted down as you guys started dragging over the coffins. And as you kind of ring out the bell, everyone kind of just like slowly turns as one, just kind of like face over here.
Thank you all for gathering at such short notice. But today, we are here to honor two very brave souls that fought and died in the battle to defeat the Death Curse. These two were very honorable, strong, and noble warriors that fought to the bitter end to help us defeat the common goal. But unfortunately, not all soldiers make it back. I hope that today we can truly honor their fight and help their souls pass on. Does anyone else have anything to say?
I mean, I've got a big
Connor's
Um,
bigger.
prepared,
Soul's
yeah,
got
but
some stuff.
At this
as well.
point, Radiant Westby kind of staggers away to the stage. And he says, If I may.
Go ahead.
Today, these sparks of light return to the heavens above. We pray that each drop of sunlight travels up to the mountaintops of Celestia, and that one day, far from now, but remembered and sought, our own sparks of sun drop will join them, and that we may all bask in the Dawnfather's grace. May the light find all of you. And you hear a couple people kind of scattered throughout, and all of the acolytes over here say, and shine upon you as well, kind of in unison. And he kind of puts like a very nervous, twitching hand kind of like on the podium, and then he kind of just like looks over to you and just kind of like staggers off stage, kind of like putting his hands up to you, like, go ahead and take over, kind of like nervously kind of steps down and kind of shuffles away.
Is there anything I have to do for the ceremony spell? Or I just cast it? And that's pretty much it.
Everything that needs to be done, like for the mechanics of it, has already been done.
Okay, cool.
Connor, were you wanting to go last, or
sorry, what'd you say?
were you wanting to go last?
I have a section in the eulogy for people to speak.
Okay, I'll wait for you then.
Right. Well, Nomad, I'll join you up
Yeah.
there then.
I was gonna say, can I like bless the boxes? Is that a thing I could do? I have extra holy water as well.
That's kind of what ceremony is.
Okay.
And Grimsgrove is under the effects of a hollow spell, so you don't even really worry about it that much.
Yeah.
Okay, so I take my spot up there. People of Grimsgrove, the Ivory Dragon's return home is a chance to celebrate a joyous victory, but also a matter of solemn recognition of the sacrifices that led us to accomplishing our goal of the preservation of life for Verthrum and its inhabitants. It is with immense pride, measurable sadness, that we observe the losses we have suffered in order for us to end the death curse. Just over a month ago, many of us were afflicted with a treacherous condition called the death curse. Any soul that passed in the span of that month was consumed into a machine constructed by a powerful figure named Acererak, and the Ivory Dragons were tasked with the destruction of Acererak and his machine. Among those who were lost in the effort were Vupi, a brave kobold of incredible wit and drive, Sai, a virtuoso of an alchemist, Commodore Warrington Munt, an honorable and capable gift, whose convictions of honor were only met by his willingness to put himself between danger and those he cherished, and two of my best friends that I've ever met, Zach Ramey, Ben Kriebel. Vupi, Sai, and Warrington were all crucial in our efforts to intercept Acererak's plans. They were courageous in the navigation of the deceitful depths of Acererak's tomb of annihilation. Poopy was crucial in our access to the tomb itself. Sai provided vitality to the ivory dragons when they needed it the most. Commodore Warrington Munt never backed down from a challenge and was a tireless defender of the innocent. Their lives are not lost in vain, will never be forgotten. Zach Ramey was one of my greatest friends and one of the best hunters I've ever known. He never failed to impress me with creative solutions to challenging situations and unique perspectives in times of immense difficulty. Zach sought great things in life, working harder than anyone I've ever seen to provide a livelihood for himself, constantly tackling the worst of conditions to secure stability for himself and for his friends. A fighter, a tracker, a ranger devoted to and exceeding in survival. The place in my heart once filled by my friend Zach is one that can never again be filled. I'll miss you, Zach. I wish I could have done more to help you, and I pray that you may rest peacefully for all time. Ben Kriebel remains an indescribable individual to me. The role he played in my childhood was one that perpetually challenged me to seek creativity in my ideas and excellence in their execution. He was a master of collaboration, a deep and contemplative soul, and a man always willing to hear from viewpoints contrary to his own. As a member of the Ivory Dragons, he ensured that any situation was viewed from every possible viewpoint. I'll always remember the countless conversations we had about anything and everything, staying up until the latest hours of the night to quell our most arduous and complex thoughts. I'll miss his ability to provide comedic commentary in the most mundane of situations, making sure that even those most commonplace events were a spectacle to be seen. I'll always love you and miss you, Ben Kriebel, the White Dragon. I ask all the people of Grimm's Grove and all of its guests to observe a moment of silence for these fallen heroes.
There's a long pause as you're just sort of left with the sounds of the forest and the animals around you, and the soft breeze that kind of rustles the trees nearby, kind of blowing a few cloaks about as you all kind of just stand there, sort of heads bowed slightly in a second, just a moment of silence. All the townspeople kind of oblige, and you think in that instant that that's not like a typical thing done in a funeral. You see at this point, Abe Lincoln takes his hat and moves, like, takes it off his head, kind of bows a bit. And everyone else kind of like stands very, very stock still and very, very quiet until eventually, like, a few moments pass.
If anyone would like to share a memory of one of these friends, I encourage you to speak now. Can I take a step off?
Soul step up now. Boopy. Soul sorry. All hail the Great Red Worm. Zach. Soul sorry, soul no acquire many time be Zach's friend. Soul sorry, soul no savior of Zach. Ben. Ben no bitch anymore. Ben soul's hero. Soul sorry, soul no savior of Ben. Soul promise, soul be hero for Ben. Soul no embrace situation party killed. Villains no kill Soul's friends anymore. Soul become divine hero for Soul's friends for Soul's party. And he steps off.
Well, I mean, I didn't write anything down, but I'll go up. Oh, whoops.
Kind of move over past Soul and Oliver. Make her over to Granny, kind of gives like a soft smile as you kind of address the whole crowd. It's a lot of people.
I know not every one of you met or really got to know Ben and Zach, but to me and to the rest of our little group, they were some of the most important people we know. One of the biggest things was when we first got to Verthrum, obviously it was new, it was scary, no one really knew what was going on, like we had to start fighting all these things. But having them there, having that piece of home, those memories, those friends, was always very encouraging, seeing them fight and protect people and want to serve them was always really inspiring. Zach, I really regret not being in more groups with you. I really wish we had gone on more adventures. Really wanted to ride Felix some more. Ben, not being able to help you during the Acerok fight has really kept me awake some of these nights, and I'm really sorry. And that's it.
Granny kind of gives you a little solemn nod. You step back off the podium, back into the crowd. Oliver stands up, goes to the top of the podium. Ben showed me that even in your darkest hour, you have to make the best of things. If it weren't for Ben, my little sister would be dead. So would I. And probably most of you. He was my hero. And then Oliver steps down, back over by Calvin.
Does anyone else wish to speak?
I guess I'll say something. I'll start with Zach, I guess. I was there when we, I guess, rediscovered Zach, reunited with him when we first came to this place. He was being held captive by some kobolds. And I remember being surprised at first to see another familiar face. But I was glad. When we saw his body in the jungle, I didn't really know what to think. But I made sure that he got back here, where he belongs. Ben, you were the other half of Drabul. Probably the more active part of Drabul. I might have saved Ski from dying in Sithis' lair, but you took him under your wing. I didn't just fail you as a wizard, but I failed you as a friend. And for that I am sorry. Goodbye.
Seth steps back down. At which point, Jovi gets up to the podium and she says, I'm not really sure what to say to all of you. But Ben rescued me from a horrible life. Twice, in fact. He showed me that magic can be used for great evil, but also can do great good. He showed me what it was like to see the world from a different perspective. To know what it was like to fight with yourself for who you are. But even in that, to always choose the better and the good. I'm glad he gave his life protecting his friends and all of us. For as long as I live, I will never forget him. And then she very quietly kind of goes off the stage and kind of stands back in the crowd.
Does anybody else wish to speak?
Do any of the other players go up, which I guess is just Nomad and Silver?
You got anything to say about yourself, Ben?
Oh, he's muted. I didn't even notice that.
Oh shit.
Well, at least he's not deafened.
He's probably crying. That's my guess.
Fair.
You see Granny walks up. I didn't talk much to Ben and Zach. I didn't spend a whole lot of time here, but it'd break my heart if we forgot him. Ben's been spoken about. He's a good man. He's a great man. And he swung one hell of a sword. Zach, he never saved me. Never really spoke to me, even. He never led us here at Grimm's Grove. But he fought alongside us. Every step of the way. when the Ivory Dragons were out there fighting for good, you always knew that Zack was out there with them. And whenever I saw that griffin flying overhead, I knew there would always be watchful eyes keeping us safe. Two were warriors. They were heroes. And they were friends. And now they're home. And then Granny also takes a step back.
If nobody else is going to speak, then I'll step back up to conclude.
As you go to step, you get like up onto the actual podium, and then you see kind of like a movement. You kind of step back down, and you watch as Abraham Lincoln
Yeah.
makes his way up to the podium.
Mr. President, the president's gonna speak.
Kind of grips you to the side of the podium, and he says,
Voice score, 7 years ago.
I knew neither of these men. I know none of those you mentioned who gave their lives. This kobold, alchemist, this gift, this Ben or Zack. I know none of those who gave their lives for this utmost righteous mission. But I will say of that, these ivory dragons have shown to me outstanding courtesy and a clear sense of justice. This mayhaps be not American land, but I deem this our grim grove a truer place of American values than the wider world of Verthrum.
Should I be saluting?
Wait for the end for that, buddy.
God bless our fallen companions. And may we fight on as they did for us. And not really sure what else to do. A-Link will kind of put his hand on his heart. And then kind of shift it to be giving like an American salute.
Souls
And then he looks down at like some of the confused faces in the crowd, not really sure like definitely getting the emotion behind his words, but not really so sure the actual structure of them. He kind of nods, kind of adjusts his big hat, and then he also walks back down.
In remembrance of these fallen heroes, we will be constructing statues in their likeness here in Grimm's Grove. As we bid our friends farewell to their rightful places in the afterlife, I offer a salute in their honor. Though we may never do them justice, may all who are able please stand and participate in recognition of their heroic deeds to send them off properly. I kind of motion for
at this point, I
Calvin
kind
to
of,
come up
stand
and
up.
for Seth to come up, yeah.
I motion for Calvin to like pull out his hunter's crossbow, and I hand him the 2 firework bolts.
He will take them from you.
And then I say, as he gets like ready to like shoot him off. If your life is given in service to the protection of the world, your death shall not be in vain. Treat them with honor, my brothers and sisters, not because they will bring us victory this day, but because their fate will one day be ours. They were our bulwark against the terror. They were the defenders of our world. They are ivory dragons, and they shall know no fear. And then I tell Calvin to do the thing.
Calvin kind of strikes at the fuses of the fireworks, points the crossbow straight up, and he fires it. And even though it's a mildly sunny day, kind of only barely overcast with a couple clouds here and there, when these firecrackers alight, they're more visible and apparent than you could ever imagine during the day against a blue sky.
Do you want me to describe what they do, Michael? Or
Yes.
okay. Zach rides on his griffin and throws a bunch of good berries, and then he shoots a giant explosive arrow at a Drider, like the Drider like queen.
Mm-hmm.
Ben casts a frosty spell with lots of snowflakes, then runs to Tiamat and beheads all 5 of the heads, making the dragon explode. And then they sort of join up together and they walk off into the distance.
So this firework, as it explodes, is not just an image, or even one that moves. It's very much a scene as these two fight back to back. Zach was sort of like these trailing little purple and blue explosions of berries kind of flooding from the wings of the griffin as it flies. As he strikes this large purple monstrosity, this spider-like woman, and takes her bow. And Ben, as he moves towards this giant with this massive wand and casts this huge burst of bright blue sparkles as the firework explodes against the sky. And then as he spins around, unsheathing Gutter, he slashes off each of these 5 monstrous, huge, draconic heads as this massive beast kind of whirls around him. They all fall down at his feet. And the 2 firework projections, as they're kind of still glittering and sparkling in the air, kind of turn towards each other and then both just walk off into the sky as the images fade. And as everyone kind of looks up in shock and awe, ash begins to pour down around everywhere. There's sort of a lingering apprehension, like no one is sure whether or not to clap. So they all just stand there in amazement as the fireworks fade. And they all turn back towards the coffins and the podiums and all of you.
Yeah, Soul's gonna be crying at this point.
So I'm like actually crying, like real life kind of crying right now. But to the best of my ability with the hands that I do have, I start a clap.
Soul will also
It-
clap.
It quickly spreads across everyone as all these hands kind of bring themselves up together, including the big hands of Cinderhild, the hard to physically clap hands of Harlow, Cassandra sort of just kind of thumps the side of her leg. And everyone else sort of brought together with hands on hands. As even Karna, kind of way off in the back, kind of looks up at these big fireworks and brings his hands together to clap as well.
Once the applause fades, I return to my position at Zach's coffin.
Calvin goes down to Ben's.
Seth.
There's a count, and the coffin's raised. And Nomad leads you all back over to the graveyard at the side of Grimm's Grove, the mansion. There's not a lot of room to really gather around it, but the people do move to sort of follow behind in its wake. And you all kind of bring the coffins over to the graves. And with a set of ropes, slowly start to lower them down into their respective holes. Once they're at the bottom, the ropes are pulled up. And at this point, two of the dwarves, Olmir and Emin, kind of come forward with shovels, as does Dumag, the half-orc. And they kind of go forward to start filling in sort of the soil of the graves itself.
Real quick,
Um,
I'm gonna
yeah.
take a bottle of fire wine and pour some into both the graves.
And can we get the first movements of dirt onto each of their graves?
Yeah, I pull out my shovel.
Yeah, each of you kind of goes down. Jovi comes over to be part of that as well. Cassandra and Mirmazo kind of stay back. And you see Mirmazo kind of like curiously kind of lean up to Cassandra, start whispering in her ear, obviously confused. As this kind of plays out, each of you sort of gets a shovel, or just in your hands, a little clump, and throws it down just on top of the wine-soaked bits of the coffins as the holes slowly begin to fill up.
May I play a song after?
Absolutely. So the coffins go in. Graves are filled up. The dirt is flattened. To all that's left are the two tombstones. Buried Ben Kriebel and Zach Raimi.
Can I make a few flowers grow on each of the graves?
As you cast Druidcraft, these light blue winter roses form up all around Ben's tombstone. And these harsh gold flowers, basically these sort of like off yellow roses, start sprouting around Zach's. Kind of budding and blossoming all around as they kind of mix in with the fresh topsoil of the put over dirt. And Soul kind of comes up with his ukulele.
I'm gonna put Zach's wooden mask, just lay it leaning against his grave.
Sort of nestle it in the bed of flowers on top of the dirt, sort of like dig it in a little bit so it stays, and lean it up against the stone as it lays there beneath his name. And as the graves are filled in, everyone kind of stands back. So as you move, Miramazo kind of brings up her hand to hold yours.
I embrace.
She hugs you back. You get a lot of confusion from her. Like she's not really sure what's going on or what even this is. But the emotion and the sadness, even just still the respect you kind of get from her is still understandable.
Mm-hmm.
And Nomad, you kind of share like a last look at the grave as you set the mask down and look between the two of them as you kind of rise and turn back to see everyone else still congregated.
I've not had a chance to make like plaques for their graves, but once I do, it'll read what I just put in the real announcements.
Do you want to read them out?
Sure.
Go ahead and do it, yeah.
In memoriam of Zach, the keen, the sharpshooter, the tactician, the griffin tamer, the agile, the airborne, the adventurer. In memoriam of Ben, the knight, the scholar, the white dragon, the introspective, the deliberate, the self possessed, and the dragon slayer.
And this moment right here lasts a long time as you're all kind of gathered together. And slowly, bit by bit, the congregation begins to fade.
I share a very long, deliberate hug with every member of the Ivory Dragons.
Who all does that entail?
Nomad, Silver, Jovi for just a second, you know. Seth, Michaela, Calvin. Give a nod to Alan for sure. Cassandra. Quick hug to Mira, and then big long hug with Soul.
And then eventually, even Oliver heads in. You see Rory start to yawn. A couple comments later, the owlbear kind of shuffles off with all your kids along its back. You see Cinderhild kind of pull herself up off the meteorite, bow to everyone, kind of give a look over at the graves, then also peel herself away back into the house. Alan walks back. Till it's just all of you and Barris, Cassandra, Miramazo, and Jovi.
A motion for Barris to come on over. He doesn't have to be slinking in the back.
Kind of shuffles over, comes over behind you.
Yeah, I give Barris a big ol' hug.
He embraces you as well. Kid's gotten really strong.
Yeah, way stronger than I'll ever be.
You would need 4 ability score improvements.
I don't have that many left.
You see Felix kind of swoops down, kind of nestles himself right by Zach's grave, kind of lies down there, just kind of looks at the tombstone. Kind of folds in his wings as if he's guarding it.
Thank you guys
Embarrassed.
for everything you said.
Oh.
I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you guys for everything that you said. I think this is definitely the best way to send them off. And I really hope that we don't ever have to do this again, you know?
Definitely not.
So no matter what, the survival of each and every one of us is the most important thing from here on out. Sometimes we fight, but at the end of the day, it's just us against everything that gets thrust at us in this absolutely bizarre world. I love each and every one of you guys. And even though I don't want to lose any of you, there's nobody I'd rather die alongside.
Seth.
Mm.
Galvin comes up to you and he asks you if you'd be so kind as to pop out the decanter of water.
Yeah, okay.
He has you fill him up a glass. Walks over to Ben's grave. See, with his sword, kind of lights up the gold flames. Holds it by the cup for a second. And he pours out a glass of warm water over Ben's grave. Onto the flowers.
Very nice.
With minor illusion, can I like recreate Ben's voice to say warm water?
Yeah. And unless anything else needs to be said, needs to be done, I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
God damn.
As you all kind of stand around this set of graves, kind of slowly pull back over the horizon as the tree kind of ruffles in the wind. As the sun kind of hangs halfway in the sky, everything kind of fades out to white.